Hello YouTube friends. Today I want to talk to you about what an abortion is. In the first 3 months of pregnancy, the commonly used method is called a suction curettage abortion. Now I have here a model of a baby at 12 weeks of pregnancy. In other words, about 10 weeks after conception. This is the same size of the baby as those little feet represent that pro-life people often wear. And I have here in my hand a hollow plastic tube called a cannula. This instrument I have in my hands was actually used to kill babies in the way that I'm about to describe. The hollow tube is inserted into the uterus. It is connected to a vacuum pump. The vacuum pump is turned on, and the abortionist moves the cannula around the child, and the force of the suction either breaks the baby's body apart and sucks it through the tube, or if the baby is small enough, the baby goes through the tube intact. And as Dr. Martin Haskell has testified in court, sometimes that baby's heart is even still beating when the baby goes down the tube and into the collection jar. Once the plastic tube has suctioned out the baby, the abortionist then takes an instrument that looks like this. It is a curette, very sharp, puts it into the uterus and scrapes out any of the remaining parts of the placenta or any pieces of the afterbirth that are still lodged in the uterus, and then finally one more passage with the suction tube to make sure that everything has been removed. This is the gruesome reality of what abortion is. And if you want to see the suction abortion in a medically accurate diagram, then you can go to our web link, which you'll find on the side of this video, and you can see the diagram. You can download it, or we can send you as many copies as you might want to use. Now, I've shown you using actual instruments what an abortion really is. And some people object that this is just a religious message. No, it isn't. Because if I were not a priest, if I weren't even a believer, the details I just shared with you would still be the same. If I took off this collar and then showed you this baby and these instruments, is anything different about how an abortion takes place? No, it's not. The baby still gets broken apart and sucked through a plastic tube and eventually thrown in the garbage. Let's work together to expose abortion for what it really is, and let's work together to stop it.